What if a single voice, rising amidst a world shaken by turmoil and uncertainty, could ignite a flame of hope in the hearts of millions? What if the words spoken by one man, words of unwavering courage and steadfast faith, could reach across generations and continents, inspiring young people to stand tall in the face of adversity? This is not just history, it is a living legacy. This is the story of Pope Leo XIV, a leader whose messages transcended his time, whose call for moral strength and hope continues to echo in the lives of youth today. Together, we will journey back to an era marked by profound challenges, uncover the powerful truths he shared, and discover how those messages still shape the courage and spirit of young people around the world. Stay with us until the very end, where a special reflection awaits, and a challenge that could change the way you see hope and courage in your own life. Pope Leo XIV stands as the newest shepherd of the Catholic Church, stepping into a world still wrestling with deep uncertainties and rapid change. Though his papacy is fresh, the challenges facing today's youth echo with striking familiarity to those of past generations. In this modern era, global society is undergoing seismic shifts, technological revolutions transforming how we live, communicate, and understand the world around us, social movements reshaping cultural norms and identities, and unprecedented pressures on young people grappling with questions about purpose, morality, and belonging. The youth of today face a complex landscape. On one hand, opportunities abound like never before. Education, connectivity, and access to information have opened doors previously unimaginable. On the other, these very advances bring new anxieties, the noise of social media, the uncertainty of economic futures, and a crisis of values as traditional pillars sometimes seem to waver or fracture. The moral compass that guided earlier generations can feel blurred or contested, leaving many young people searching for something solid to hold on to. Into this swirling sea of doubt and hope steps Pope Leo XIV, a figure of calm authority and spiritual clarity. His role as the head of the Catholic Church places him at the crossroads of faith and modern life, tradition and innovation. Recognizing the unique struggles of today's youth, he addresses them not with distant doctrine but with a message of deeply personal relevance. He calls on young people to embrace moral courage, the strength to stand for what is right even when it is difficult, to live authentically in a world that often rewards conformity or cynicism. Pope Leo XIV's messages speak to the heart of hope, not as naive optimism but as a deliberate, courageous choice to believe in a better future, to act with conviction amid uncertainty. He urges youth to reconnect with community and service, reminding them that true strength is found not in isolation but in solidarity with others. His teachings serve as a guiding light for a generation navigating moral complexity, providing tools to build resilience, find purpose, and contribute meaningfully to a rapidly changing world. In this time of profound transition, his voice rises as a steady beacon, inviting young people everywhere to discover the power of hope and the transformative courage that can shape not only their lives but the future of humanity itself. At the heart of Pope Leo XIV's teachings lie four core messages, principles designed to empower young people as they navigate the complexities of today's world. These messages are not mere words but a call to live with purpose, resilience, and faith. First, live with moral integrity despite societal pressures. In a time when values can easily be compromised by fleeting trends or convenience, Pope Leo XIV reminds youth to anchor themselves firmly in truth and righteousness. He once declared, "Let your conscience be the compass that guides your every step, unwavering even when the world around you sways." This message challenges young people to stand strong, choosing what is right over what is popular or easy. For example, in many communities, young Catholics have formed groups committed to ethical leadership, refusing to bend to corruption or peer pressure. These youth leaders have inspired others by their steadfastness, proving that integrity can indeed be a powerful force for change. Second, hold on to hope amid uncertainty and hardship. Hope, Pope Leo XIV teaches, is not a passive wish but an active, living force. In one of his speeches, he said, "Hope is the light that no darkness can extinguish, it is the anchor that keeps the soul steady through every storm." During economic downturns, political unrest, or personal struggles, it is this hope that sustains young people and fuels their perseverance. Consider the story of a youth group in a struggling urban neighborhood that, inspired by this message, launched programs to support education and mental health, transforming despair into opportunity and resilience. Third, act courageously in faith and everyday life. Faith, according to Pope Leo XIV, must be lived boldly, not confined to quiet prayer but demonstrated through courageous actions. He urged, "Courage is the heartbeat of faith, it compels you to walk paths unseen and to speak truths unspoken." Whether standing up against injustice, volunteering in difficult conditions, or simply making ethical choices daily, courageous faith becomes a transformative force. Around the world, countless young people embody this courage. From activists championing human rights to students choosing kindness over bullying, their faith-driven actions ripple outward, inspiring communities. Fourth, value community and service as foundations of strength. Pope Leo XIV emphasized that no one thrives alone. He said, "In the embrace of community and the gift of service, we find the true measure of our strength." Serving others fosters empathy and unity, essential qualities in a fragmented world. Youth groups, inspired by this teaching, have spearheaded initiatives ranging from neighborhood cleanups to international aid projects, building solidarity and making tangible differences. In countries across continents, young volunteers exemplify this message daily, proving that service is not only a duty but a source of profound personal and collective growth. Through these core messages, moral integrity, hope, courageous faith, and committed service, Pope Leo XIV offers a roadmap for youth to live meaningful lives. His words resonate not as distant ideals but as practical guides that young people continue to apply, shaping both their own futures and the world around them. The powerful messages of Pope Leo XIV did not remain confined to sermons or writings, they ignited a movement among the youth of his time, sparking the formation of vibrant youth groups dedicated to living out his vision. Across parishes and communities, young people came together, inspired to build lives grounded in moral integrity and hope. These groups became more than social clubs, they were beacons of faith and courage amid a world that often seemed uncertain and divided. Catholic organizations flourished under his influence, with many focusing on youth pilgrimages, journeys not only of physical travel but of spiritual renewal. These pilgrimages offered young people a chance to connect deeply with their faith, experience communal strength, and renew their commitment to service and moral courage. Educational reforms also took shape, as schools and catechetical programs embraced his teachings to equip youth not just intellectually, but morally and spiritually for the challenges ahead. Testimonies from this era paint a vivid picture of transformation. One young woman recounted how, before encountering Pope Leo XIV's messages, she felt overwhelmed by the chaos of her rapidly changing city and uncertain about her future. But hearing his call to hope and courageous faith gave her a new sense of purpose. "I felt a light inside me, something I hadn't known before. It was as if his words reached directly into my soul, telling me I could stand strong no matter what." Such personal stories were echoed across continents, as countless youth found in his teachings a source of empowerment and renewed identity. Yet, this awakening was not without resistance. Secular forces and skeptics viewed the surge of youthful faith and moral conviction with suspicion, often challenging the Church's influence in public life. Internally, many young people wrestled with doubts and fears, balancing modern pressures with their desire to live authentically according to Pope Leo XIV's high standards. This tension added depth to their journey, making their eventual commitment all the more profound. Their struggle was not just against external opposition but against the uncertainties within themselves. Through these trials and triumphs, the legacy of Pope Leo XIV's impact on youth became a powerful testament to the enduring strength of hope, integrity, and community. His messages sparked movements that shaped lives, built lasting institutions, and ignited a courage that refused to be silenced. The enduring power of Pope Leo XIV's teachings is not confined to history books or ancient traditions. His core messages continue to resonate deeply with youth today, across the globe. In a world transformed by technology and interconnected like never before, the challenges facing young people have taken new shapes but remain strikingly familiar. The uncertainties that clouded the past, questions of identity, moral direction, and belonging, persist in the digital age, complicated further by the relentless pressures of social media, cultural fragmentation, and a rapidly shifting global landscape. Modern youth grapple with identity crises fueled by constant comparison, moral confusion amid competing worldviews, and the anxiety of a future often shadowed by economic and environmental concerns. Yet, through these struggles, the timeless guidance of Pope Leo XIV offers a beacon of clarity and strength. His call to live with moral integrity reminds young people to anchor themselves in values that transcend trends. His emphasis on hope speaks directly to those navigating the chaos, encouraging an active faith in better days despite present hardships. And his insistence on courageous action and community service challenges youth to move beyond passive observers into active shapers of their world. Today, countless youth organizations and faith-based groups draw inspiration from his legacy, translating his teachings into practical initiatives that address contemporary issues. From grassroots movements tackling social injustice to community service projects supporting mental health, young leaders embody the spirit of moral courage and hope that Pope Leo XIV championed. For example, youth coalitions worldwide are mobilizing to promote ethical leadership, environmental stewardship, and compassionate service, modern echoes of his message that the strength of a generation lies in its commitment to others. As we reflect on this continuing influence, a vital question emerges for every young person watching: how can these timeless messages empower you in your own life? In moments of doubt, when the noise of the world threatens to overwhelm, where can you find your anchor? Pope Leo XIV's words invite you to discover a source of unwavering strength, one built on integrity, hope, courage, and the power of community. His legacy challenges us all not only to listen but to act, transforming personal conviction into a force for lasting change. As we reach this moment of reflection, it's clear to me just how vital hope and moral courage are, especially for young people standing at the crossroads of an uncertain future. Hope is not just a feeling, it's a deliberate choice to believe that better is possible, even when circumstances seem overwhelming. Moral courage is the strength to stand firm in your values, to make difficult decisions that align with what you know is right, even when it's unpopular or challenging. Together, these qualities form the foundation upon which lives of purpose and impact are built. So I want to ask you directly, what does moral courage mean to you? Is it the quiet voice inside that urges you to speak up for what's just? Or is it the bold step you take to live authentically, even when the world pressures you to conform? And how can hope guide your daily choices, in your relationships, your work, and the way you face adversity? I invite you to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can learn from one another, support each other, and inspire courage in every story shared. Your voice matters, and together, we can build a community rooted in the very values Pope Leo XIV championed. If you found inspiration in today's story of faith, hope, and history, please consider subscribing. There are many more stories to come, stories that remind us all of the strength we carry within and the difference one voice can make. As we conclude, let us hold close the enduring truth that Pope Leo XIV, the newest shepherd of the Catholic Church, has already begun to leave a profound mark on youth around the world. His messages of unwavering hope, moral courage, and deep community remain as vital today as ever, inspiring young hearts to rise above challenges and shape a future filled with purpose. In our next episode, we will explore, insert next topic or series, diving deeper into stories of faith and resilience that continue to inspire and transform lives across generations. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, your courage and hope are not just personal strengths, they are the sparks that can ignite change in the world around you.